Good morning. This is KELOLAND On the Go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
A fire near Rapid City along Highway 44 has grown from 30 acres to around 150 acres in less than 24 hours. This is listed as a first priority fire with help coming from Wyoming, Colorado, and other departments.
Crews have been working throughout Monday night and all day Tuesday as this fire still sits at 0% containment, meaning it could still spread.
Along Norseman, Red Rocks area, depending on how the winds shift, I'd be prepared to get yourself ready. We're not sure exactly where this fire is going to go, but it's always best just to be prepared just in case.
Briefings are expected to take place daily until this fire is under control, and we'll be following along as more information becomes present.
Police in Rapid City are trying to figure out what led up to the shooting of a young boy Monday morning. They were called to a home in the southeastern part of town just before noon on Monday. That's where they found the injured boy and took him to the hospital with life-threatening injuries.
Right now, authorities are calling the shooting suspicious, but say there is no threat to the public. Anyone who may have information on the shooting is urged to contact law enforcement.
Sioux Falls police are asking people to come forward with information on a string of recent shootings. Officers responded to 4 shootings over the holiday weekend.
In one case, an 18-year-old showed up at the hospital with a gunshot wound. The other shootings involved a car, an apartment, and a trailer house that was shot 16 times. At this point, there are no arrests. Just last month, the city saw 2 deadly shootings. One involved juveniles. The
other involved a group of people at a park, and a handful of people ended up in the hospital. In that case, there are still no arrests. Now let's check in with meteorologist Brian Karstens. A warmer day in the Sioux Falls area today, Brian.
That's right. Warmer weather in the forecast. Temperatures topping out likely into the upper 80s. Sioux Falls anticipated high at 87, Mitchell at 91. Western South Dakota, though, it is cooler today. 81 in Rapid City with some scattered showers developing. That's some good news for the fire weather concerns there, as hopefully that'll give some opportunities to rein in some of those fires here southwest of Rapid City with that first thunder fire. Well, more details on the forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Brian. 15-year-old Tegan Titsey died by suicide in February.
We caught up with his family in Mitchell, where his father Mike told us about breaking down the stigma that can surround a mental health crisis.
My son passed away. We actually had sweatshirts. He was a hoodie. He loved hoodies. I didn't care if it was 100 degrees out. He wore hoodies. So we actually put his face on there as a memorial when we were having the ceremony and stuff. Well, as we still wear them out and about, people ask us, what's that about? And we tell our story. And before we know it, they're telling stories about their experiences and stuff.
Tegan's family will be at the Finish Line celebration in Sioux Falls for the upcoming 437 project, a run across South Dakota to raise money and awareness for mental health resources. KELOLAND's Dan Santella is one of the dozen runners crossing the state.
McKinnon Park and All Saints neighborhood have lost several trees over time, but a new project is helping residents plant around 90 new ones.
A grant to do so comes from a partnership with the city of Sioux Falls. The project will help homeowners plant trees at an affordable cost.
There's a couple properties that need 4 or 5 trees on their boulevards, especially if they're a corner lot. So, that could be over $1,000 for the homeowner to go ahead and plant those trees. They'll be able to do it with our program for under $200. So that's pretty amazing for them.
Neighbors and volunteers will pick up and plant the trees on Saturday, September 14th. If you're interested in helping, we provided sign-up information under this story here on KELOLAND.com.
Shields in Sioux Falls is bringing some fall flair to the centerpiece of the store.
Pixie Acres Flower Farm near Castlewood will have a trailer full of locally grown flowers at Shields today, setting up a fall bloom bar near the Ferris wheel.
It's an incredible opportunity for us and our small flower farm or our small business. It truly is just us and our family running this business. So for us to get this opportunity to share our product, what we cultivate with our hands, with customers like Shields, it's incredible. We're very, very blessed.
The Fall Bloom Bar is today from 3 to 7 p.m.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, a look at some of these camera shots from Rapid City this morning as we continue to track that first thunder fire. Again, this is the view during the 7 o'clock hour, and obviously the hope is today the humidity is a little better. We've got a few showers trying to come into the forecast, and the temperature today, too, we're anticipating highs. Really, we've actually already been in the upper 70s in Rapid City overnight, and we're not going to get a lot warmer than that. I would even argue with the hourly updates coming in, still showing a few more showers drifting in from Hot Springs and Custer. Any of this that we can get to hit the ground and just to ramp up that humidity value a little bit, too, that's all helpful. We've got a northwest breeze that goes with the forecast today at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Now, the rain chance you can see by 4 o'clock shifting a little farther east. There'll be a few more scattered hits of rain even this evening in the Black Hills. So we will watch for that. And then during the overnight, I think things will really taper off. And tomorrow and beyond, there's not much more rain coming, actually. Sioux Falls, well, we could see some rain overnight tonight. I would say the day part forecast is still dry. 90 in Mitchell, 90 degrees in Yankton, mid-80s up to Watertown. So it is a warmer day, but it's not going to last long here. We're going to cool off tonight, tomorrow. Once this frontal system fully presses through, it looks like highs tomorrow in the 70s. And then, yeah, we're going to stay there Friday, Saturday, couple of days here. We're at or below average temperatures will be common East River. Eventually, this thing turns around next week, so we'll get back to some hotter weather in western South Dakota. In the short term, 74 today, Custer. Showers and scattered thunderstorms are part of the forecast. Sioux Falls area will hit that rain chance tonight and early tomorrow at 20 to 30%. Then it's going to be in the 70s, low 70s Friday, Saturday. Sunday's high 78, and then 80-degree weather likely by Monday and Tuesday. And that's where we're going to head to for Aberdeen and Pierre. I'm okay with going into the 80s. The weather forecast will obviously warm up here as we get toward Pierre as well. And the main question we have is how fast is this heat going to start building in Montana and Wyoming, and then how fast does that start affecting us out in the Black Hills? And I think we really do need to watch that with highs closer to 90, and it is a dry forecast, so we're not going to get much better here on that long-term picture. Find out more details with the extended forecast, that information online at KELOLAND.com.